Assalamu alaikum, dear students of 8th class. As you know, we have learned a few chapters. Chapter number 1, which was microorganisms, that was already learned in school. And chapter number 2 was nutrition in plants and animals. And perhaps chapter number 3 was coal and petroleum. Now it's chapter number 4. 2 chapters completed through online classes, which you might have watched in your homes. Now today we will start new chapter, chapter number 4 of your science textbook. The name of the chapter is Reproduction. It's very interesting than previous chapters, but if you will remember this, reproduction, it's natural phenomena. This word is reproduction. It's made of two words. Reproduction. Re means again, and production means production, to produce something. So producing again and again, or we can say making again and again, producing again and again, or making again and again. So, as I said to you, it's natural phenomena. What the natural phenomena regarding the reproduction is that in nature there is a kind of relationship between father and mother, relationship between wife and husband, relationship between grandfather and grandmother. This relationship, this kind of relationship between two, continue our generations from time to time, and this gives a kind of survival and existence for human beings. So this relationship, this relationship produce again and again, or we can say this relationship is the process of reproduction. If there is no relationship between these two, or this one, then it is impossible. The process of reproduction is impossible. What is father and mother, wife or husband, grandfather and grandmother, what they do? They continue our generations, especially the human generation. This reproduction, it must be remembered that this reproduction is not only in human beings, but this is also in plants, animals, as well as other microorganisms. So this relationship give new birth. Or we can say this relationship produce new organisms. This relationship produce new offsprings, or this relationship give birth to new ones, which we call babies, which we like all, and we celebrate happiness when they give birth, and our mother gave birth of son or daughter. So what is the importance of this? This is not something, it's not enjoyment, but it gives a kind of happiness. And the most importance of this reproduction is the man, or we can say the first, we can say the main importance of this reproduction. What reproduction? Reproduction is to continue continue the human generation. It is a continuous process. For continuing the generation, we can say it is a continuous process. This reproduction is continuous process to continue the human generation. Number second is that it is the process. It gives a kind of survival. If there is no reproduction, there will be no survival of species. There will be no survival of human beings. Number third is this gives a kind of existence of species. Existence means एक वजूद देता है. And last one is while reproduction is it increases the number of individuals. It increases the number of individuals. So you can imagine that if there will be no reproduction, then this universe is useless. There is no need of universe then. This earth, this sky, whatever we see in this world, this is for the human being. So now we will, before going ahead, we must remember the formal definition of this reproduction. The formal definition of this reproduction is we can say that reproduction is a process. Reproduction is a process in which living organisms produce new living organism of its own kind. Reproduction is a process in which living organism which is already existing, living organism produce new living organism. एक लिविंग ऑर्गेनिज्म दूसरे एक नए लिविंग ऑर्गेनिज्म को प्रोड्यूस करता है. फॉर एग्जांपल आवर मदर gives birth of new one, a daughter or son. This means that living organism, mother is already existing, so she gives a birth of new living organism or new one, a new offspring or new baby of its own kind. This is your point. Of its own kind means the same organism, means the same. For example, human will give birth to human. Cat will give birth of kitten. Rat will give birth of rat. And it is not possible that elephant will give birth of human. No. So there is a definition, proper definition that gives us a hint for us that reproduction is a process in which living organisms produce new living organisms of its own kind. Or we can, another definition is there. It is easy than first one. That is the production of new organisms. The production of new organisms from the existing organism. It is same, but it's easy than this one. The production of new organism from the existing organism. But there is also mentioned that the production of new organism from the existing organism of the same species, which I already said to you, are the same species. This was all about reproduction. Hope you might have watched this and also understand this.